What's going on, guys? It's Henry Films, back with another Red Dead video. You've read the title, you know what this video is going to be about. I'm not going to lollygag, let's get right to it. Today we're designing an outfit for every town in Red Dead Redemption 2. Hidden in the farthest outskirts of New Austin, just beyond the Rio Bravo, untouched by railway and clinging to civilization, is the humble town of Tumbleweed, a fading memory of what life on the West used to be. So, with Tumbleweed's entire pitch serving as this game's answer to a quintessential Wild West backdrop, especially with Armadillo being more or less out of the picture in RDR2, I've decided to design an outfit which appropriately fulfills the classic cowboy archetype, but suited to Tumbleweed's rough but humble vibe. And so you'll notice a familiar hat right off the bat. So Arthur's default hat is already stylish enough in its own right, but here it serves to bring a hardened, dangerous, yet noble energy to the outfit, like Arthur himself. Pair his hat with that one sick buckskin vest with the star buttons, some patched up blue jeans, and the grimy default boots and spurs, and it's almost as if you're hearkening to Arthur's early years in the gang, exploring open western country. That, or you just sorta look like Sheriff Woody. Regardless, this look blends perfectly with the townsfolk and backdrop of Tumbleweed. Rhodes is a fun one, because although its location and spirit is unquestionably country, the culture of the antebellum South was that of class and refinement, and that sentiment is all over Rhodes even decades removed from the Civil War and from slavery. So when spending your time out and about in the town, it's best you look up to snuff with the southern aristocracy. Here I've picked a burgundy, reddish tailcoat and a banded cavalier hat to match, and the hat's in black. I've got a blue ascot tie and a black opulent vest, plaid blue town pants, and black wingtip dress shoes. It's undeniably stylish, but I can't help but feel like someone wearing this wouldn't have the kindest things to say about those of darker complexions. However, on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, in terms of its aesthetic and in its race relations, we could pop into Lagras, and get our Bayou Creole fix. Here I've ditched my shoes and fancy attire for that of a humble fisherman, rolled sleeves, cuffed pants, bare feet, and a hat that looks like it just came out of my asshole. Cast a line, crack open a cold one, pet a stray dog. Maybe Shrek was onto something. There's something so homey about a swamp. I mean, what's a home where you can't walk around with your socks off? I knew I'd struggle to pinpoint just one look I wanted to go with for my Valentine outfit. It's a picturesque livestock town, but I wanted a little more flavor than a basic ranch hand or farmer or cowboy. I've already covered the bare-bones cowboy look with Tumbleweed, so eventually I settled on using this slot as my take on the Hollywood gunslinger. Specifically a new-age 60s western leading man. Less John Wayne or Yul Brynner, more Paul Newman and Charles Bronson, or post-Bounty Law Rick Dalton. That fringed red leather hunting jacket you get early on in the story is just too good not to use on one of these outfits, and paired with the Wrangler vest and gambler's hat I stole off a patron at the Tumbleweed Saloon, you get a look that's equally bold, stylish, and badass. Finally, I made use of my go-to boot and spur combination in the game, dark brown Old West boots and Western Rider spurs. I think this combo is just the right amount of stylish yet practical, which is exactly what I'm going for. Overall, I think this look is definitely fit for a movie star, but you'll still fit right in drinking and gambling at Smithfield's. Unlike Valentine, which by the events of the story is a thriving and populous boomtown, Armadillo has without a doubt seen better days. With cholera-stricken water killing the town and its populace, it's only fitting I assemble an outfit that echoes this disarray. Like Tumbleweed, the layout and location of Armadillo is your standard Western benchmark, so my outfit is similarly traditional and bare-bones for it. Unlike the stylish animal skins and star-studded buttons of my Tumbleweed fit, however, I chose as basic and shabby alternatives as possible, topping it off with the moonshine hat, which perfectly captures the disheveled cowboy look I'm going for. I think more than any of the other outfits, this one I've succeeded most in making it look like an actual NPC in the game. You blend perfectly with all the sick and dying character models throughout Armadillo. Okay, so moving from the deserts of New Austin to the mountains of Big Valley, our next outfit is going to be for Strawberry. Being the coldest settlement in the game, since Coulter is a ghost town, here I've decided to channel the Great Silence or Hateful Eight to create a mountainous winter gunslinger. So I'm using those insulated winter boots you can only get by starting off with John's winter cowboy outfit, and then I've got that heavy coat that looks awesome from the Grizzly's outlaw outfit that you get early on as Arthur, and then a store-bought stalker hat with a brim thick enough to hold all that snow. I've cooked up a look that I think looks fit for the climate without being too bulky, and at the same time it captures a wild frontiersman spirit, which allows you to stand out subtly amongst the tourists in this resort town. Neighboring south of Strawberry in the state of West Elizabeth also is the rapidly industrializing town of Blackwater. Once a lawless western paradise, Blackwater now shares more in common with a small city than it does Tumbleweed or Valentine. Don't get it twisted, however, Blackwater is a cowboy town, and my outfit reflects that, just with the new turn-of-the-century flavor that it brings to the table. So the rodeo hat you can steal off ranchers is without a doubt a contender for best hat in the game, and that paired with the coat and tie makes you almost look like a turn-of-the-century oil tycoon more so than a cowboy or gunslinger. But the black and brown relentless boots with the vaquero spurs in the same color do cap the look off with some extra splashes of Wild West. Altogether, this outfit captures what Blackwater represents perfectly, which is city and country meeting. Annesburg was easily the hardest outfit to come up with. It's a company town, so what it has to offer is super specific. It would be easy to just put on a miner's cap and make a miner outfit and call that a day. However, that's not as fun. So, while wanting to carry over that raggedy working class energy from the miners, but at the same time, the hardened menace emanating from the guards throughout Annesburg, I've designed an outfit that blends right in with the steam trains and smog of this town. The hat you see me wearing is called a Homburg hat, and I actually stole it off one of the guards here in Annesburg a while back, so it's undoubtedly going to fit here. But paired with that shabby tailcoat and my go-to grit and grime covered default roper boots and John's ranch pants, you get a look that's blue collar yet dangerous. Real Jesse James vibes from it, you know? So for Van Horn, I carried over this concept. Van Horn and Annesburg are almost sister locations in the game, and their respective outfits give me very much the same vibe. Here, we're as far from the west as you can get, being on the east coast. However, Van Horn captures the dangerous, lawless energy of the Wild West more than any other setting in the game. So while I may not sport the most obnoxious spurs or biggest brimmed cowboy hat, I want a look that is unquestionably criminal. I honestly don't have much to say about this look other than, like Armadillo, you just sort of look like an NPC. It's a very immersive outfit that is pretty nondescript, and it works well for a lot of settings beyond just Van Horn. It's not too country, it's not too urban, it's got a dress coat and a bowler hat, but it isn't all fancy like the Rhodes outfit. They're dirty and grimy. It's a perfect regular Joe Schmo petty criminal look. My final outfit rounding off this video is going to be for Denis. Here I've gone with the most contemporary look of the video. It's an outfit that believably could have come from over a century ago or just a few decades. Here I went as sleek as possible, however I wasn't seeking to make such a statement as I was with Rhodes. It's stylish, sure, but not nearly as over-the-top fancy. Honestly, the look shares a lot of DNA with the initial Tumbleweed outfit at the start of this video. The silhouette is simple, and the number of clothing elements is minimal. I definitely believe that this guy gets into street brawls just as often as he catches a trolley for a stroll in the park. I wanted it to be more nondescript in that. I could have gone for an outright organized crime, Peaky Blinders, or Angelo Bronte type of look, but like I said earlier with just making my Annesburg outfit a miner, that feels too obvious and it lacks a certain creativity, and I think the creativity here is the restraint. With the town as loud and busy as Saint Denis, it seems obvious to pick an outfit that matches that. But here I wanted to go with something that blends you into the city while at the same time looking far rougher around the edges and hard-boiled compared to the city slickers that you walk past, like a gunslinger from the West whose circumstances have forced him into civilized life. So that's going to be a wrap for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, and if you have any thoughts or comments you want to leave below, feel free to do that. I'm always looking for video recommendations on content you want to see. Whatever scratches your itch, let me know. And if you enjoy these kinds of videos, remember to subscribe because I'm making more of them. Have a great day, and I hope you wake up tomorrow.